Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, September 24th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 673 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Volcanologist on Canary Islands volcano lava flow. Bioengineer Han Solo creates Lego prostheses for 8-year-old boy. Great Wall of Lights, China sea power on Darwin's doorstep. Madonna's daughter Lourdes Leon made her second runway appearance at Rihanna's Savage X Fenty fashion show. 8 Trump advisors' emails say election stuff repeatedly took precedence over the president's pandemic response. Commission orders $150K in back pay to Fort Worth firefighter who bit off man's eyebrow. A Kroger cashier who tried to usher customers to safety said the gunmen followed them as they ran for cover during mass shooting. Biden's loads of little lies are finally catching up with him. Margot Robbie looks unrecognizable as she rocks racy outfit for filming of Babylon. Buckle up, Arizona Republicans to show 2020 recount results. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. GOP-led Arizona election review closely matches Biden's winning margin, Politico. Derek Chauvin appeals murder conviction in death of George Floyd, will represent himself, Fox News. US-China policy, Biden is bringing together Japan, Australia and India to stare down China, CNN. Hear Coldplay and BTS new song My Universe, Rolling Stone. China Evergrande keeps dollar bondholders guessing on key interest payment, The Wall Street Journal. 19 deaths, nearly 1,600 new COVID-19 cases reported Thursday in Utah, KSL.com. China sends fighter jets to show anger at Taiwan over trade deal, Bloomberg. Ancient Gilgamesh tablet taken from Iraq and bought by Hobby Lobby is returned, NBC News. Sam Darnold throws for 300 yards, rushes for 2 TDs as Panthers beat Texans 24-9, NBC Sports. Australia hits vaccine milestone as Melbourne cases hover near record levels, Reuters. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Stephen Colbert spots the major flaw with Michael Flynn's vaccine conspiracy theory. CDC director adds millions of frontline workers to COVID-19 booster endorsement. Kayleigh McEnany deletes tweet accidentally dissing Trump instead of Biden. January 6 committee subpoenas 4 Trump associates in Capitol investigation. Body of missing grad student Jelani Day identified in Illinois. Holland says Petito case a reminder of missing Native Americans. Harry Styles stops concert to offer fans solidating advice. 29 of the funniest tweets about married life, September 10 to 23. GOP senators repeatedly boycott vote for Muslim nominee. Tucker Carlson continues to promote white supremacist Great Replacement conspiracy. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Businesses hosting block party to support each. Robot on a mission to keep beaches clean. School condemns petition circulated about slavery. Organization stitches quilt for local veteran. Indianapolis boy finalist in mullet contest. Police, 11-year-old boy helps his mom carjack man. School mask mandate for kids angers parents. Mountain biker's life saved by off-duty doctor on same trail. Rangers urge caution when viewing elk mating season. Family, 6th grader traumatized after night in jail. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Delta variant is overwhelming Alaska, site of worst U.S. outbreak. CDC chief overrules agency panel and endorses Pfizer boosters for frontline workers. 1 dead and a dozen injured in shooting at Tennessee grocery store. Republican review of Arizona vote fails to show stolen election. Angela Merkel is leaving, it's time. Answers to your questions about COVID booster shots. China Evergrande bond payment remains uncertain. International battle over 6-year-old cable car survivor goes to court. House approves funding for Israel's Iron Dome. January 6 committee subpoenas top Trump White House officials. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Trump mocks Bush, Liz Cheney with bizarre photoshopped image. Bronx restaurant manager stabbed in face in caught on camera attack. Biden allies herald party's worst insult in border crisis, acting like Trump. Greg Gutfeld, when liberals work, they destroy things. North Carolina sisters say stranger's body was in mom's casket after funeral home mix-up, report. Tom Felton, Harry Potter actor, collapses at Ryder Cup in Wisconsin. College football week 4 odds, why Wisconsin will smash Notre Dame, and more. NFL week 3, your last chance to win $1 million with Fox Super 6. Lindsey Graham calls for incompetent Mayorkas to resign amid border crisis. Mike Pompeo, Biden admin giving illegal migrants green light to enter U.S. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, September 24th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Study, growing the number of young people suffering from climate change anxiety. NFL Week 3 AFC North preview, Ravens should finally have a Sunday afternoon breather, says CBS Baltimore's Mark Viviano. Eric Abraham proud to represent his family on Survivor despite early exit. It was a great experience, I just didn't see it coming. New study shows COVID vaccines are safe for pregnant women, also protect newborns. Sarah Wilson reacts to worst case scenario after early Survivor elimination, given me so much fire on the inside. Massachusetts State Police Union asks judge to delay vaccine mandate for troopers. Wayne Brady, Cyndi Lauper and more added to the Tony Awards present, Broadway's back. 20 years ago, Tom Brady replaced an injured Drew Bledsoe, changing the Patriots, and the NFL, forever. Survivor 41 Feet Episode 1 Recap, 2 eliminations, 1 summit. The Razorbacks are definitely for real, CBS Kevin Carter previews number 7 Texas A&M versus number 16 Arkansas, other Week 4 games. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Drivers warned not to let fuel tanks get below a quarter ahead of winter of discontent fuel crisis. Prince Albert of Monaco attends planetary health gala in Monte Carlo solo. Starmer faces fury as he backs Scott's move to decriminalize drugs. Sabina Nessa hit overheads near her home. COVID curbs on waiting rooms are under review. Proud dad, Harry carries laptop bag with Archie's papa embossed on the side during NYC tour. I need to try this, Mom's simple potato gem bake wows thousands online. Groom accused of being disrespectful towards his bride for not wearing a traditional suit. Supermarket loyalty schemes compared, Club Card versus Nectar. Learner drivers paying hundreds more as they wait for tests to become available. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News feed. The West center-left is having a moment. China's Evergrande, facing collapse under Death Mountain, decides silence is golden. North Korea says call to formally end Korean war is premature. Polish protesters warn that healthcare crisis is looming. Catalan separatist chief wanted for rebellion and sedition detained in Italy. Jailbreak shines light on mass incarceration of Palestinians. The AP interview, Hungary committed to contentious LGBT law. Boris Johnson tells world leaders to grow up on climate change, takes aim at Kermit the Frog. Biden's 1.1 billion dose pledge, big, but not big enough, experts say. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. COVID live, indictment on humanity as fewer than 4% of Africans vaccinated, WHO backs antibody treatment. The Green Knight Review, Dev Patel rides high on sublimely beautiful quest. Ray Liotta, why haven't I worked with Scorsese since Goodfellas? You'd have to ask him, I'd love to. It's awful, it's exhausting, Alaska rations care as it hits COVID-nator. It's Amy, Chris Pratt, Super Mario Bros. Cast announcement sparks ridicule. Chelsea Flower Show 2021, in pictures. Someone who knows who she is, the staunch, subtle style of Angela Merkel. Apple iPad 2021 review, still the best tablet for most people. Angela Merkel's long reign as Chancellor of Germany, in pictures. Catalan separatist leader Carles Pugmont arrested in Sardinia. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. CDC recommends Pfizer booster shots for older and high-risk Americans. Woman arrested on suspicion of starting California blaze. Port of Houston target of suspected nation-state hack. January 6 Select Committee sends first subpoenas to former Trump aides, advisors. Controversial abortion bill similar to Texas ban introduced in Florida. Watch, Aurora Borealis stretches across Irish sky. Watch, wild boars roam streets of Rome suburb. Watch, man reunites with emotional support dog. Arrest warrant issued for Brian Laundrie in Wyoming amid search, Hive updates. City to publicly apologize for past racism faced by Chinese Americans. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Cattle and separatist Carles Pugmont arrested in Italy. George Floyd murder, Derek Chauvin appeals against conviction. India salon fined $271,000 for botching model's haircut. Hillary Clinton to be installed as university chancellor. Haitian migrants at U.S. border, we've been through 11 countries. The other missing Americans, where is their coverage? Capitol riot committee to investigate Trump allies. Little Boots says ABBA's new live band is badass cool. Singapore migrant workers are still living in COVID lockdown. German elections 2021, the conspiracy theories targeting voters. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. The AP interview, Hungary defends LGBT law. Disaster of epic proportions, migrant deaths on the rise, Border Patrol increases rescues. Hand count in Arizona affirms Biden defeated Trump in 2020 election, audit draft report says. Texas launches forensic audit of 2020 election results in 4 counties after Trump request. Sea of Lights, tracking China's fishing fleet. Tropical storm Sam swirls to life, expected to intensify into a hurricane this weekend. German elections mark end of Merkel era. Camila Cabello, Bad Bunny, Rosalia and more arrive at the Latin Billboard Awards. Our hearts are broken, body found in Illinois river identified as missing graduate student Jelani Day. Federal arrest warrant issued for Gabby Petito's Fank, Brian Laundrie, FBI says. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. LA Teachers Union sidesteps vote over Israel-Palestinian conflict. Earthquake, 2.7 quake strikes in Carson. As fires threaten the ancient ones, sequoia lovers wonder what else will no longer endure. Is the smoke blanketing LA dangerous? What can you do? Watchdog panel wants review of LA Sheriff's Unit for possible crimes, intimidation. Smoky LA skies are from wildfires to the north, officials say. Newsom signs $15 billion package to fight climate change, wildfire, and drought. Shooting reported at Shake Shack in Woodland Hills, suspect in custody. California plans dramatic push of COVID-19 booster shots, vaccinations. Day after BLM leader announces lawsuit over swatting incident, she's targeted again. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, September 24th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Indian police arrest 26 for suspected gang rape of 15-year-old girl. More than 65% of users reuse passwords across accounts. January 6th video suggests Russia insider entered Capitol. 9 community cases of COVID reported today in NZ, first time in single-digit cases for weeks. Quebec outlaws protests within 50 mock schools, hospitals and vaccination sites. CBC News. Japan recorded fewer deaths in 2020 for first time in 11 years. Chinese scientists report starch synthesis from carbon dioxide under industrial condition. The Taliban is bringing back executions and cutting off hands as punishment after retaking control of Afghanistan. Brazil approaches 600,000 COVID deaths in second deadliest outbreak. Spyware found on phones of 5 French cabinet members. Biden agrees with France's Macron that subsnuff could have been handled better. Amateur divers discover enormously valuable hoard of Roman coins. Pool of water near Dead Sea turns blood red, authorities investigating. China sends 24 fighter jets toward Taiwan in show of force. Portugal closing in on COVID vaccines for 85% of population, highest rate in world. The next headlines are from Forbes. North Korea rejects South Korea's call to officially declare end to 70-year war. The Trump helpers will cloak their January 6th scandal role with a claim of executive privilege that is bogus. BTS and Coldplay team up for arena-ready new single My Universe. NCT 127 join BTS, 17 and NCT Dream by making Korean sales history. Review, Apple TV Plus's Foundation is a stunning, modernized adaptation that really lands. U.S. returns smuggled 3,600-year-old Gilgamesh tablet to Iraqi government after forfeiture by Hobby Lobby. IAC Interactive Corp reportedly closing in on $2.5 billion deal to acquire magazine publisher Meredith. Bannon, Meadows among 4 ex-Trump aides subpoenaed in January 6th probe. American Airlines pilots say operations managers must go after summer breakdowns. Mask mandates in Colorado schools linked to lower COVID rates among students. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Closest known relatives of virus behind COVID-19 found in Laos. Ancient footprints could be oldest traces of humans in the Americas. The incoming Afghan government must allow immunizations. Resistance to frontline malaria drugs confirmed in Africa. Tiny particles could make a powerful COVID vaccine. Ocean politics, DNA history and the climate experiment, books in brief. How Latin American researchers suffer in science. architecture and assembly mechanism of native glycine receptors. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,733,596,492 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Kinetics takes Startup Challenge top prize as experts discuss virtual production of Xenomedia and technology. Amazon launches channel service in India, will continue acquiring premium films. New movies to watch this week: Dear Evan Hansen, Birds of Paradise and Intrusion. The Masked Singer reveals identities of the pufferfish and Mother Nature. Here are the stars under the masks. In Defense of Ted Lasso Season 2, a risky sequel that's the good kind of messy. Apple TV Plus Foundation is a sharp remix of Isaac Asimov's sci-fi classic for a new age. TV review. Amazon sets global release for Jenny Slate, Charlie Day comedy I Want You Back. Clifford the Big Red Dog sets Paramount Plus and theatrical release on November 10th. Jean-Michel Jarre redefines music to picture and crafting an immersive score for famed photographer Sebastião Salgado. Yuzo Aduba partners with Stand Up to Cancer for new PSA. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. CDC director backs COVID booster plan and makes an additional recommendation. NY hospitals worry about staff shortages as Monday vaccine deadline approaches. Taliban official says strict punishment and executions will return. Derek Chauvin plans to appeal his conviction in George Floyd's murder. Former Catalan leader Carles Pugmont detained in Italy, lawyer says. January 6th panel subpoenas former Trump officials, including Mark Meadows, Steve Bannon. A federal arrest warrant issued for Gabby Petito's boyfriend, FBI says. The Biden administration will no longer use horses at a Texas border crossing. 13 people were shot, 1 killed, at a Tennessee Kroger store. The suspect is dead. A CDC panel backs booster shots for older adults, a step toward making them available. The following headlines are from The Week. CDC clears COVID booster shots for seniors, at risk, and, siding with FDA over advisory panel, frontline workers. There's reportedly a reason thousands of Haitians arrived in Texas on Mexican Independence Day. Drafts of audit report confirm Biden defeated Trump in Maricopa County. Memphis area Kroger mass shooting that left 1 victim dead, 12 wounded, is becoming more common. Ex-Louisiana state trooper charged in flashlight beating of black motorist. Taliban official says executions will return, no one will tell us what our laws should be. January 6th committee subpoenas Steve Bannon, Mark Meadows. Nintendo unveils a wild cast list for the Super Mario Bros. Movie, including Chris Pratt as Mario. CDC advisory panel recommends Pfizer boosters for older, some high-risk Americans. This is a dream find, scientists' bombshell discovery in the peopling of America. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. How public corruption investigations can fail. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Although it's quiet today, Mars once had thousands of volcanic eruptions on its surface. Hubble reveals the final stages of a dying star. These are the new Space Force uniforms, so say we all. A proposed clockwork solar system made out of Lego. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, September 24th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Auroral tails for Jupiter's moons. Futuristic space concrete uses astronauts' blood. Pablo Neruda, a poet who embraced cosmic beauty. The next news is from Politico. EU opposes biennial World Cup. Trump targets 5 House Republicans who voted to impeach him. GOP-led Arizona election review closely matches Biden's winning margin. Texas launches review of 2020 election, hours after Trump call. House passes $768 billion defense bill, supersizing Biden's Pentagon plans. Since Gillibrand, Ernst call House defense legislation inadequate on military prosecutions. January 6 committee subpoenas 4 from Trump's inner circle. Biden needs India to counter China, but it comes with a cost. Why 15,000 migrants ended up in one spot on the U.S.-Mexico border. China's new D.C. ambassador, "We're just a misunderstood democracy." The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Endless sadness, mother's anguish after son fatally hit by truck in CBD. The week that Sydney turned the corner on COVID-19. Staring down evil and saying the unsayable, why you should seen it rum. That mood of melancholy may kickstart your creativity. Not so Mad Max, from footy nobody to standout captain. Man jailed after sexually assaulting 12-year-old and giving her ice. Hand-drawn child abuse images land jailed neo-Nazi additional 2 years. McGowan won't rule out mandatory jabs for WA construction industry. This final season there are humans and stories worth celebrating. Cleary says Panthers trainer has been named and shamed by NRL's ban. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The Wall Street Journal, global markets waiting to hear if China Evergrande will make key interest payment. The Moneyist, my son is married to a selfish, passive-aggressive woman, how can I leave him money without her getting her hands on it? The Moneyist, my fiancé wanted me to quit claim our home, I ran a background check, and found her to be a fraud and liar. The Moneyist, my bank accidentally deposited $10,000 in my account, I reported it, then moved it to my savings account, have I done enough? White House again raises using Defense Act to address chip shortage, report. Facebook safety exec to face Senate panel next week over teens' mental health. Market Extra, Fed's popular repo facility sees record demand of $1.35 trillion Thursday. This is why this super successful growth investor no longer owns Tesla shares. The Wall Street Journal, Barry Diller's IAC may purchase magazine publisher Meredith. Subprime auto lender Honor Finance set up House of Cards debt deal that was doomed to fail, SEC claims. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. UK court against AI patents, not yet capable of being named for innovations, inventions, tech times. Form 8 Case and Logic, Incorporated, 4, September 22nd Street Insider.com. 3 types of protection for business ideas, business to community. Lindsay Clay joins Wayne State University as leader for commercialization and technology transfer, the South End. Do traders think Acacia Research Corp., ACTG, can keep climbing Thursday, Investors Observer. Psychedelics are a billion-dollar business, and no one can agree who should control it, Vice. Research, Stony Brook News. Intellectual Property Partners, new name for further achievements SBU News, Stony Brook News. Pre-trial injunction, a choice for IP owners to resist irreparable harms in China, Lexology. An Apple patent reveals the mind-boggling array of facial sensors that could end up in Apple's future mixed reality headset over time, patently Apple. The next headlines are from Quartz. Delivery workers in New York City will be paid a minimum wage. Which U.S. state legislators have the best records on climate change policy? The spike in unruly passenger incidents on U.S. flights has Washington alarmed. Taking an Uber is worse for the climate than driving in your own car. Linda Evangelista says she stopped working after cool sculpting left her brutally disfigured. A steely pivot. NASA is shaking up its bureaucracy to shoot for the moon. Watch, Prudential President Jamie Cullum rides on better financial resilience for employees. Where are Africa's tallest skyscrapers? What forced entrepreneurs teach us about pivoting, adapting, and succeeding. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Sony Pictures, defenders of the creative industry, appears to be using fan art without giving credit. Survey suggests eager Starlink users don't understand service will have limited reach. Content moderation beyond platforms, a rubric. FBI sat on ransomware decryption key for weeks as victims lost millions of dollars. Southwest's bizarrely antagonistic lawsuit to stop consumers from finding better deals. Daily Deal, the premium Python programming bundle. Appeals court says state secrets privilege means NSA can avoid Wikimedia Foundation's unlawful surveillance allegations. AT&T quickly ditches pledge not to fund congressional insurrectionists. Massachusetts Supreme Court being asked to decide whether cops can engage in warrantless surveillance of social media users. Billy Mitchell lets his site lapse, with a critic of his high score claims swooping in to take it over. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Earthquake. Dolly Parton. Lauren Boebert. Jelani Day. Dear Evan Hansen. Kenny Rogers. Law and Order, SVU. Fawn Fire. Tom Felton. Bobby Lounger recall. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Fitch upgrades Russia's economic outlook, citing impressive cash cushion from oil revenues. UN human rights chief slams Ukraine over extrajudicial media crackdown after popular outlet taken offline over undisclosed charges. California woman arrested on suspicion of arson linked to Fawn wildfire. Taiwan blasts arch criminal Beijing over its opposition to island's parallel bid to join Asia-Pacific Trade Pact. Facebook steps in to provide high-speed internet to broadband-starved rural Virginia. What could go wrong? Massive fire ravages dormitory of prestigious military school in downtown Moscow. Video. Not okay. Cupid, woman rips down suggestive ads on New York subway, launches into anti-propaganda rant in viral video. Pentagon names alleged ISIS-K facilitator killed in Afghanistan drone strike, after admitting Kabul op killed 10 civilians. Hunter Biden sought $2 million annual retainer from donors to help get Obama-Biden admin to unfreeze Libyan assets, media. French FM says it will take time and U.S. action to restore trust, State Department makes no mention of it. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. COVID-19 in Norway can now be compared to the flu, says health chief. Lithuania tells people to throw away Chinese smartphones due to cybersecurity risks. The European energy crisis is about to go global. Brandon Smith, organizing patriots in the face of government informants and false flags. France, time and action needed to restore U.S. ties, PM Morrison says Macron giving cold shoulder. Freedom from fear, stop playing the government's mind games. 5 B-21 Raider stealth bombers are now in final production. Biden security advisor Jake Sullivan tied to alleged 2016 Clinton scheme to co-opt CIA FBI to tar Trump. This has to be a mistake. FOMC voting rotation matters more than a hawkish dot shift. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Mapping Afghanistan's untapped natural resources. Harris to Modi, incumbent on our nations to protect democracies. Indian Americans protest outside White House over Modi's visit. Top UN official urges Myanmar action before it's too late. Duterte-Paquiao rift could open door to presidential rivals. Catalan separatist leader Pugmont arrested in Italy. WHO backs Regeneron drug for COVID-19, urges action on price. U.S. Democrats introduce bill backing end to Israel's occupation. Abortion providers ask U.S. top court to review Texas abortion ban. Here to stay, Indo-Pacific Quad leaders to meet at White House. The next headlines are from Breitbart. CDC, childhood obesity soared during pandemic. Joe Biden to visit Chicago to push vaccines as city suffers rising murder rate. Arrest warrant issued for Brian Laundrie over alleged debit card fraud. Dem Rep Wilson, inhumane to deport Haitians to Haiti, U.S. has obligation to take them in. Fauci, I still say that we are not going to see central vaccine mandates, it's still not going to happen. Fauci defends funding Wuhan lab, only regret is that it's caused such a degree of distraction. Fauci, no evidence for COVID originating from lab. Governor Abbott posts images of Texas National Guard at border as Biden does nothing. Exclusive, Todd Rocketa, GOP attorneys general will stand up to Democrats' election takeover attempts. Jersey police officer catches 1-month-old baby thrown from balcony. The next headlines are from UPI News. South Carolina man posts photo to find lost engagement rings owner. Packers Aaron Rodgers explains reason for long hair, site hero. Another Maryland resident spots zebra on the loose. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Squirrels have very different personality traits, just like humans. Study finds small acts of kindness can bolster students' health and wellness. Groom's autistic brother has wedding crowd in happy tears 2 feet with emotional speech that went viral. Watch. She invited a homeless man for dinner, now her crowdfunding has secured her new friend a tiny home. How India's air pollution is being turned into stylish floor tiles. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, September 24th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. The smart toilet era is here. Are you ready to share your anal print with big tech? Idaho hunter finds remains of man missing for 53 years. PVD school's admin known for toe-popping charged for forcibly rubbing stranger's foot. Daniel Craig made honorary commander in the Royal Navy. Michigan man charged for allegedly leaving pipe bombs at cell phone stores to stop the spread of cursing and pornography, Justice Department says. Amid bus driver shortage, Boston students ride party bus with stripper poles and neon lights on field trip. Portugal grape pickers do it in the buff. Yet another technology you didn't know you needed. Man ejaculates from anus, urinates feces for 2 years before seeking help. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Look ma, no hands, people don't understand how to use driver assist systems safely. The Nintendo Switch is about to get classic N64 games, and its controller. 6 reasons the EU should force the iPhone to use USB-C. Games to play on date night, too bad Pathfinder Water isn't co-op, or is it? Watch, Russian researchers can control drone swarms like Jedi. How multi-skilled AI could chart a path to human-like intelligence. China owns the factories, now they're building the world's best cars. A love letter to the Sony WH-1000XM4 headphones. This digital ruler can handle accurate measurements over almost any surface, including curves. Bird opens its app to local bike sharing operators in 5 cities, for free. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Systems approach helps assess public health impacts of changing climate, environmental policies. Novel small molecule potently attenuates neuroinflammation in brain and glial cells. If endangered primates disappear, so will their parasites. That's actually a problem. A new solid-state battery surprises the researchers who created it. Scientists develop artificial intelligence method to predict anti-cancer immunity. Earliest evidence of human activity found in the Americas. Mapping words to colors. Vampire bats may coordinate with friends over a bite to eat. Decoding birds' brain signals into syllables of song. More support needed for pollination services in agriculture. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, September 24th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. Iowa students to hear from NASA astronauts aboard space station. NASA to hold Lucy launch preview briefing. NASA announces virtual Web STEAM Day event for students, educators. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah Democratic Party Chair Jeff Merchant resigns. Woman shot at Roy City convenience store. New monoclonal antibody center increases access in Utah, but experts warn treatment is not an alternative to vaccines. Robert Garrick explains why Michael Lee misses the point when he compares ballots and bars. Utah National Guard soldier drowns in training exercise. Boyfriend of slain Gabby Petito charged with bank card fraud. USOPC, American hopefuls for Beijing Games must have vaccine. We all know a Gabby. Sugar House Vigil remembers Gabby Petito. Moab launches investigation into police response to domestic problem involving Petito, laundry. Passion project intended for Navajo Nation residents evolves beyond initial expectations. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Samoa scraps daylight saving time. Engineers figured out how to cook 3D printed chicken with lasers. Scientists use AI to create drug regime for rare form of brain cancer in children. Impossible Foods to launch meatless pork in US, Hong Kong and Singapore. Hackers breached computer network at key US port but did not disrupt operations. California passes law targeting Amazon labor algorithms. Facebook is what's wrong with America. New York passes sweeping bills to improve conditions for delivery workers. 2021 has broken the record for zero-day hacking attacks. Hackers leak LinkedIn 700 million data scrape. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Contact 2, Illinois Supreme Court ruling could put money back in homeowners' pockets. Nice weather predicted for this weekend's drag races at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Parkway School District launches investigation after racial remarks found at another high school. Gabby Petito investigation, arrest warrant issued for missing Brian Laundrie. Goldschmidt homers twice, Cards beat Brewers for 12th in a row. Should I get a flu shot if I'm getting a COVID vaccine booster? Major case squad called to St. Clair County for investigation. Where do the bulk of Missouri's medical marijuana Missouri patients reside? Family makes it out of burning home in Cahokia Heights thanks to neighbor. CDC advisory panel backs COVID-19 booster shots for high-risk adults. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Advocacy group challenges potential San Diego unified vaccine mandate. CDC endorses COVID booster for millions of older Americans. Man convicted of manslaughter for wife's DUI death in North County. Groups push White House to close detention centers run by private firms. Armed man who was fatally shot by Escondido police officer identified. Latinas founded Mugier's Brewhouse hopes to inspire more to follow. Popular COVID treatment in short supply, affecting local clinics. San Diego Restaurant Week is here, but is your favorite spot stacked up? Man jailed in deadly Mountain View area drive-by shooting. Federal arrest warrant issued for Brian Laundrie in connection with Gabby Petito investigation. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. China to unveil bizarre unmanned aircraft at Zhuhai Airshow. Kongsberg to help develop autonomous target recognition for U.S. Marines weapon systems. U.S. Army awards new contract to Oshkosh for heavy tactical vehicles. Rheinmetall starts production of new tank gun for Challenger 3. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Ahead of chair election, a critical moment for Taiwan's KMT. China opposes U.S. sanctions on Ethiopia and Afghanistan as humanitarian crises worsen. Too much work and not enough sex threatens China's new population plans. What the U.S. got out of China engagement through the S&ED. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, September 24, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. San Jose official works to reduce gun violence, boost mental health measures. Dine English, Bay Area Latin cuisine. Devious lick, destructive TikTok challenge made its way to Bay Area schools. Rate of unruly passenger incidents on flights drops, FAA. San Jose City employees push back on vaccine mandate. Andrew Wiggins remains unvaccinated, risks not playing in Warriors home games. What the exemptions are from mandatory COVID-19 vaccinations. Here we go. Cast announced for new Super Mario Bros. Animated movie. Action that Brian Laundrie is accused of making during Gabby Petito disappearance led to FBI arrest warrant. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Clubs accuse FIFA of legal breach, railroading W Cup overhaul. CDC approval will get boosters going for 65 plus, high risk, including those with risky jobs. Darnold, defense lead Panthers pass Texans, McCaffrey hurt. Copper, Parker helps Sky hold off Wings in playoff opener. RH Oak Brook opening with luxury shopping and dining. It's a wrap, White Sox pound Indians to clinch El Central. Hyundai, Tesla joining the Libertyville Mile of Cars, bringing a boost to village revenues. As COVID-19 cases rise in kids, those 5 to 11 could get shots by early November, expert says. Families of 3 men killed in Starved Rock explosion file lawsuit. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Washington State N0 program meant for reporting law-breaking drivers. Governor Inslee extends Washington's eviction protections through October. Washington agriculture officials eradicate third Asian giant hornet nest of 2021 in Whatcom County. To avoid a twindemic, health experts urge people to get their flu shots for the 2021 to 2022 season. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 37.99 km, in United States September 24, 2021, 7:02 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for tropical cyclone Sam 21, population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Angola. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Italy, Serbia. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Turkey. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, September 24th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. NAACP says Pearland PD followed protocols with arrest of woman allegedly speeding in school zone. January 6 committee issues first subpoenas to former Trump aides, advisors. 1 dead, 14 hurt in Kroger grocery store shooting in Collierville, Tennessee, shooter dead. I may not ever see those puppies again, breeder robbed at gunpoint in Clear Lake. Get a job, Sheriff Ed Gonzalez exasperated after yet another senseless tragedy. Loved one searched neighborhood for 3-year-old before finding him in pool in Harris County. Despite victory in Texas and no evidence of widespread fraud, Trump calls for election audit. 3 men who were out on bond accused of assaulting police in recent months. Family of 8 makes mariachi great. Meet Cielito Lindo, Chicago's family band. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Japan jumps, rest of Asia down, on China and virus concerns. Taiwan reports 8 new COVID-19 cases, tally at 16,176. Sagan, Bishop among recovering stars back on ice in camp. Europe, team without a country but many wins at Ryder Cup. Name drop, Cleveland set to say goodbye to Indians for good. Drive for Britain, UK scrambles for truckers amid supply woe. Sub snub just one symptom of long-time French unease with US. Haitians see history of racist policies in migrant treatment. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Fearing staff shortage, NYC teacher and principal unions push to delay vaccination mandate. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. CCRB opens investigation into 2019 police killing of Antonio Williams. Extra extra, Bruce Springsteen was born to run today. City Council passes groundbreaking package of legislation to help food delivery workers. The original first page of the powerful To Be Young, Gifted and Black script. State Health Commissioner Howard Zucker steps down amid Albany overhaul. How extreme flooding of this Bronx highway could have been avoided. Watch the Fugees reunite in Manhattan for first time in 15 years. Early edition, chess grandmasters burn 7,000 calories a day with their brain power. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. With the World Bank's doing business out of business, what should come next? Head of Libyan Presidency Council announces plan to hold international conference. Call to action, prevent gender-based violence in humanitarian emergencies. With peace restored, Burundi president says poverty is the remaining threat. Iraqi president warns against complacency in the fight against terrorism. UNICEF, Haiti children vulnerable to violence, poverty and displacement. UN chief appeals for countries to sign nuclear test ban treaty. A strong UN has key role in bringing peace, security and social justice, says Cuban president. Food's a human right, not just a commodity to be traded, Gooders. South Sudan plagued by violence and corruption, Human Rights Council hears. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. FBI's domestic terrorism cases have more than doubled since they wildly expanded the definition of domestic terror threats. America 2021, inequality is now baked in. New York's new bill threatens to replace unvaccinated hospital workers with foreigners. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Collierville Kroger attack, he kept on shooting. Biden has say in whether Trump's 1/6 reports go to Congress. Arrest warrant issued for Brian Laundrie, indicted for bank fraud. Fawn fire prompts evacuations in Northern California. Louisiana state trooper charged in pummeling of black man. Taliban official, strict punishment, executions will return. Did Kayleigh McEnany inadvertently highlight murder rate rise in Trump's final year? Collierville Kroger shooting, 1 dead, 12 wounded, shooter dead. Did Guinness World Records pronounce Zion Clark the fastest man with no legs? Does the Taliban have a Tesla Cybertruck? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Post spread dubious claim about ivermectin and male fertility. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Sweater weather, whatever, this shirt jacket is all I need for fall. Prosecutors pit Trump or dynasties against each other. How Chippendale's mail-stripping empire ended in bloody murder. Mitch McConnell goes nuclear on the American economy, but he's still not nuts enough for Trump. Netflix's Sex Education is the best show on TV right now. Vax-spooked cops threaten to plunge isolated city into chaos. Biden's black allies pissed. Biden is following the Trump policy with Haitians. Far-right group wants to ban kids from reading books on male seahorses, Galileo, and MLK. Harry and Meghan reinvent themselves in, where else, New York. These are Mary Trump's favorite parts of Uncle Donald's $100 million lawsuit. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Carrot horse suffers bloody injury after crashing into car in NYC. Derek Chauvin intends to appeal George Floyd murder conviction. Yankees may find it hard to play Luke Voit in critical Red Sox series. Liberty's upset bid falls just short against Mercury in WNBA playoff thriller. Second woman claims she picked up Brian Laundrie hitchhiking. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Is exploring space hazardous to our health? Jupiter's aurora trigger heat waves. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Biden pledges to double U.S. spending on global climate fight. CDC panel recommends Pfizer boosters for seniors and high-risk people. Humans in the Americas may have existed much earlier than once thought. Vampire bats hunt and eat with trusted bodies, study shows. FDA authorizes booster shots of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for millions of Americans. FDA authorizes COVID-19 Pfizer booster shot for high-risk adults. How virtual reality is helping police learn how to make life or death encounters less dangerous. WHO revises air quality guidelines for first time in more than 15 years. Africa's flying doctors delivering urgent vaccinations to remote villages. Fauci says dark winter can be avoided if more are vaccinated. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Peter Stormer, I believe in aliens and UFOs. I pity people who don't. Former Pentagon UFO official Luis Elizondo to reveal shocking details in new book. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Just one cop involved in Daniel Prude's death facing internal discipline from Rochester Police. Body of missing Illinois State grad student Jelani Day identified. New internal Facebook documents reveal Apple threatened to ban social network for human trafficking posts. U.S. returns stolen Epic of Gilgamesh tablet to Iraq. Scientists probe whether acetaminophen hinders fetal development. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle join Hotel de Blasio for tour of New York City's One World Observatory. Wonderful to be back. Brian Laundrie charged with bank card fraud in state where Gabby Petito was found. Chipotle adds smoked brisket for a limited menu run. Candidate's lawn sign replaced with crude, cardboard racist one in Connecticut. Louisiana state trooper who beat black man with flashlight hit with federal civil rights charge. The following headlines are from military.com. Don't isolate the Taliban, Pakistan urges. I never left anybody, fighting for veterans left behind by the country they served. Pentagon open to discussion that ties formal end of Korean War to denuclearization. VA set sights on firearm safety to prevent veteran suicides. Veterans at Revolutionary Battlefield dig find camaraderie. Mattis testifies in Theranos fraud trial. U.S. soldier wins long fight to get Afghan translator asylum. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Person in custody for making threats against schools after shooting of Simeon students, police say. Former Illinois State Police Merit Board financial officer accused of filing false overtime reports. Illinois plans stronger verification to stop thieves from stealing unemployment benefits. R. Kelly defense, federal prosecutors spar over whether superstar singer's sex habits were legal spoils the fame or predatory criminal conspiracy. Former state official reviewing Trump Tower tax appeal violated law by deleting records during investigation, watchdog says. Families of 3 men killed in Starved Rock explosion file lawsuit, saying construction companies left behind an explosive after bridge demolition. 18-year-old held without bail on first-degree murder charge in connection with fatal shooting in South Shore home invasion. Palatine High School teen comes to aid of student having seizure during school swim lesson. Body found in Illinois River is identified as missing ISU grad student Jelani Day. Biden coming to Chicago next week to push his COVID-19 vaccination mandate for businesses. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Systems approach helps assess public health impacts of changing climate, environmental policies. Aging the unageable, researchers develop new way to age lobsters. Higher levels of organic pollutants found in homes located near natural gas wells, study finds. NASA satellites show how clouds respond to Arctic sea ice change. Telescope in Chile captures a doomed galaxy falling into the heart of the Fornax cluster. Elon Musk says inspiration for crew had challenges with toilet, vows for bathroom upgrades. Dual action, RNA binding protein also binds DNA and acts as a damage sensor across the genome. Ancient DNA analysis sheds light on a dark event in medieval Spain. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, September 24th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Why couldn't Iron Age people throw some stuff away? Molecular lawnmower is the first autonomous protein-based synthetic motor. Mattresses that won't sag. What is the best mattress for heavy individuals? Cannot stop eating? Blame your brain. Booster vaccines are actually pretty common. When taste and smell disappear for good. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Leading off, key showdown at Fenway, Cards on 12G streak. Barring extreme long shot, Arlington Park racing is ending. Underdog Euros have Yanks where they want 'em. Week 4 preview, Hogs Aggies, Badgers Irish featured games. NY hospitals fear staff shortages, vaccine deadline looms. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. CDC chief approves COVID vaccine booster. Who will get it first? Millbrae, doctors to assess suspect's competency to stand trial in attempted murder case. Randy Booker shares the top 5 lessons he learned from interviewing NBA legends. I was almost hit 3 times by parents driving their kids to school. Roadshow. Nintendo Direct surprises everyone with Mario Movie Cast, new Kirby game. Shedding light on the new growth opportunities that sprang up amidst the pandemic, with John Aaron. Danville software executives accused of $300,000 Tennessee fraud scheme. SF Giants come back from early deficit, lose on walk-off as Dodgers gain ground in NL West. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Texas announces 2020 election audit in 4 large counties. Derek Chauvin to appeal conviction, sentence in George Floyd death. Democrats pass $25 billion Pentagon funding boost. Texas asks judge to rule DHS is violating Remain in Mexico ruling. Mark Meadows, Steve Bannon, Dan Scavino, Kash Patel subpoenaed in January 6 probe. CDC panel backs COVID-19 boosters for seniors, those with underlying conditions. Biden Quad powers pose challenge to China. Brian Laundrie arrest warrant issued by FBI. Inside the Beltway, Trump still the kingmaker. Josh Shapiro, Pennsylvania AG, sues to block GOP election subpoena. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Leaked grant proposal details high-risk coronavirus research. Amendment to stop Saudi war on Yemen is really an excuse for business as usual. America's generals are cowards, fire them all. Dark money group to donors, reconciliation bill can still be killed. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, September 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man fatally shot in West Englewood. Horoscope for Friday, September 24th, 2021. Sky headed to second round of WNBA playoffs for second time in 3 years after beating Wings 81-64. El Milagro employees call for fair wages, end to harsh working conditions during walkout in Little Village. Multiple CPS schools, including Simeon, targeted with online threats of gun violence, South suburban man in custody. President Biden to visit Chicago on Wednesday to tout vaccine mandates for businesses. Coronavirus course correct, state's recovery steers $44 million to ailing businesses, the unemployed, at-risk youth. Progress made, slowly but thoughtfully, in taking school discipline out of the hands of cops. Bears practice report, DT Akeem Hicks remains out with illness. Mather's late heroics shock Hyde Park. The next headlines are from the Times of India. IPL 2021, KKR break their jinx versus MI, who said what? CBI takes over probe into death of Madhan Narendra Giri. India condemns abusive language in UK parliamentarians debate. Nexanev leads Tata races to 10,000-acre sales. Sensex hit 60,000 in just 8 months. Government seals deal with Airbus for 56 military transport aircraft. Bihar court orders molester to wash women's clothes. 15-year-old girl gang raped for 9 months, 28 held. In pics, how KKR broke their jinx against Mumbai. iPhone sales, what's behind Apple's new billion number? You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, September 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Trump pressures Abbott to support 2020 election audit. Paxton claims immunity from Texas Whistleblower Act. Justin Williams is a true hero when it comes to serving Houstonians in need. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this fall 2021. Best of Houston 2021, Best Collage. Best Bets the week of September 23rd to 29th, 2021. Best of Houston 2021, Best Pandemic Food Drink Idea. Preview, Darwin in Malibu at Main Street Theater. Carolina Panthers invade NRG Stadium in Mills' first career start. Things to do, listen to 662 by Christone Kingfish Ingram and see him October 1st at the Heights Theater. The next headlines are about world records making news. Video, banker turned Fatai mountaineer wins world record as first women to reach Earth's highest and lowest points, Yahoo Eurosport UK. Dr. Vitala Yatindra, a Guinness World Record for the longest title of a book, on India. Center for Active Living going for biggest bingo game world record, the Star Beacon. Las Vegas man tries to set Guinness World Record for largest casino chip collection, cardplayer.com. Kerala sisters from Australia recite national anthems of 193 countries, win hearts, world record, the New Indian Express. Saucony's new Endorphin Pro Plus sets the pace for a world record and 7 personal records in Germany, snooze. Women's marathon world record holder Mary Keaveney ready to enjoy fruits of hard work in retirement, the Standard. Kenken and Abigail break the world record in Berlin, Canadian Running Magazine. Evgenia Chikhinova lowers own world junior record in SCM 200 breaststroke, swim. World record achieved, Formula 1 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix 2021, automobilesport.com, automobilesport.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. This image of doom isn't from a movie, it's from the new Fawn Fire. They said Foundation couldn't be filmed, and it still hasn't been. The Midnight Mass spoiler zone is here for all the Mike Flanagan faithful. Facebook to appear at Senate hearing after leaked research shows Instagram's harmful effects. The Super Mario Bros. Movie just cast Chris Pratt as an Italian plumber. Nintendo resurrects N64 and Sega Genesis controllers for the Switch. Even the NSA agrees, targeted ads are terrifying. New Pixel 6 leak reveals camera specs and features. In Dead and Beautiful's trailer, the pursuit of decadence leads to horror. The Mandalorian's Emmy win means another amazing VFX reel for you. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Abadan in Iran at 113.72 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 104.26 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 75.7 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Death Stranding director's cut review, more fun, just as divisive. Apple turns post-lawsuit tables on Epic, will block Fortnite on iOS. Nintendo Direct highlights, N64 online in October, Super Mario 2022 film cast. CDC advisors okay boosters for 65 plus, those with health risks, not occupational risks. Facebook paid FTC $4.9 billion more than required to shield Zuckerberg, lawsuit alleges. Exchange Outlook auto-discover bug exposed 100,000 plus email passwords. Android to take an upstream first development model for the Linux kernel. New report suggests Texas grid was 5 minutes from catastrophic failure. Windows 11 setup warns that you aren't entitled to updates on unsupported PCs. 23,000-year-old footprints suggest people reached the Americas early. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Matt Gaetz scandals are getter weirder, even by Florida standards. Texas caved to Trump and will conduct full forensic audit in 3 counties Biden won. Trump's hope for audit to distract from subpoenas dashed as cyber ninjas find he's an even bigger loser, report. Maricopa County celebrates Cyber Ninjas audit admitting that Joe Biden did, in fact, win. They are coming for Donald Trump, MSNBC analyst says subpoenas are hitting his inner circle. January 6th committee is not messing around, legal experts weigh in on subpoenas of Trump officials. No one is off the table, Adam Schiff vows that Capitol riot committee subpoenas are just getting started. Trump sent a virologist to Nevada to investigate voter fraud, all while ignoring the pandemic, leaked emails. Really audacious, MSNBC anchor shocked by Lauren Boebert's latest campaign finance scandal. Conservatives' ban of anti-racism books backfires after students fight back to get them reinstated. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Beto O'Rourke, Democrats will lose majorities if they don't pass voting rights bill. K Street firm finally cuts ties with Saudi office implicated in Khashoggi murder. The U.S. Special Envoy for Haiti just resigned over the inhumane treatment of Haitian migrants. Betas ingesting high levels of microplastics, alarming research finds. Birthday under a canopy, a climate wish from Mojo's production director. The Afghanistan war is over, but the defense budget is still about to go up. Anti-vaccine zealots pose a threat to Canada's democracy, too. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Rick Wilson, the spaceman in the world we've got, opinion, Charleston Gazette Mail. The wonder of Avilobe science, Smithsonian. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Mount Sinai neurobiologist selected as a Howard Hughes Medical Institute investigator, Mount Sinai. Silicon oxide, SiOx, ReRAM technology market fueling $79 M slated at CAGR of plus 23% by 2028 leading with Weebit, Stillwater Current. Brain C13 reviews, is it worth the money, scam or legit, HeraldNet.com, The Daily Herald. Aptnix, APTX, falls 1.63% for September 22nd Equities.com. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, September 24th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO eludes pursuing Florida cops 1976. Remote-controlled killer robotic machine gun? That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, September 24th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Xeno@xenomails 2021 by News.8. All rights reserved.